Let's get back to politics. The Clinton camp, not at all happy about a new book alleging her failed presidential run was plagued by infighting, pessimism, and chronic dysfunction. Some former staffers are trying to push back. They're on Twitter, showing all the sweetness and light on the campaign trail. Okay. Confidant Philippe Reines tweeted about what the Clinton watched baseball on her phone. Here is a birthday celebration tweeted by Clinton's press secretary, Nick Merrill. And here's a group shot tweeted by former Clinton communications director, Jen Palmieri. Smiles all around. What? Pessimism? Dysfunction? Certainly not, say the Clinton insiders. Joining us now, the author of the book, Shattered, Jonathan Allen. Jonathan, welcome to the program.
Good morning, Stuart.
I read it, by the way.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. By the way, I cheated like everybody else. I turned to the end of the book to see what you did on election night, okay? I'll leave that till later. The book really starts out with this huge fight about who should write her very first presidential speech. There was all kinds of people involved in it, and it didn't work. Tell us about it.
So you have basically had 10 or more people trying to figure out what her message should be, how she should articulate her vision for the country. They were confused by a lot of things, including the fact that she wasn't setting that direction from the top. You had Jon Favreau, the former head speechwriter for Barack Obama, was brought into the process. Lissa Muscatine, Hillary Clinton's former chief speechwriter, was brought into the process. And there was just this sort of tangled line of communications. None of them could really provide a message for her where she hadn't done so for herself. And as one of her senior aides put it to me and my co-author, I would have had a reason for running, or I wouldn't have run.
But she didn't have a fundamental reason to run. She didn't have a real theme. And it never really emerged, did it?
It really didn't. This was a problem that bedeviled her campaign throughout. I think when you looked at Bernie Sanders, it was very clear what he was saying he would do with the power of the presidency should he get it. If you look at Donald Trump, it was very clear what he was saying he would do with the power of the presidency if he got it, including cracking down on illegal immigration, including bringing America back from wars overseas, a basic nationalism. It was very easy to see. With Hillary Clinton, she was for so many things that it was hard for people to find out, to figure out exactly which of those things were actually her priorities.
How important in her loss was the email scandal, James Comey, and the Russians?
I think it's impossible to, or very difficult to overestimate how big the email scandal was, because it damaged her credibility with the public so much over such a long period of time. Here was something she said that she did as a matter of convenience that I think people just didn't believe that, and then she refused to apologize for what she'd done, even though there was classified material in her private email. You know, whether or not that's something that could be prosecuted, it's certainly something that the American public had every right to be upset about it existing there. It was a decision that, even if not unethical, was certainly politically disastrous for her. And everything that Jim Comey did was an outgrowth of that email server. So, you know, that's a huge issue.
At the end of the book, where you go into election night itself, you do not portray her as angry, frustrated, tearful, shouting and screaming. You don't portray her like that at all. You portray her as relatively subdued and simply saying 2 words to Mr. Trump when she conceded. Congratulations, Donald. I think that was the way the whole thing ended, right?
Right. The conversation was a little bit longer than that, but it was very short. It was about a minute. Those were the only words that we used to describe it, just for brevity's sake. It's already a long book. Yeah, this is somebody who was stunned, shocked, you know, was trying to process what was going on to her. She believed that she was going to be president of the United States. She had told people around her that she believed that she was going to win, and it was a shocking upset for her, and the way that she dealt with it was quiet.
I really think that the title of the book says it all, Shattered. I can understand how someone whose lifelong dream came so close, it would have been shattering, that conclusion of the whole campaign. Jonathan Allen, thank you very much for being with us, sir. We do appreciate it. Come back again, okay?
I will, and thank you for reading it, Stuart.
It was a good book. It wasn't a problem. Thanks very much.